Kazem Abdullah is with us, making his debut at Heinz Hall with Hindemith's Matis der Mahler, Brahms' Tragic Overture, and Tchaikovsky's Violin Concerto of Nicola Benedetti. Great program, Maestro. Welcome.
Thank you. It's nice to be here.
Delighted to have you making your debut. Tell me about this program that you put together.
Well, this program is interesting because, it has, two German composers in the first half and then this warhorse in the second half, the Tchaikovsky Violin Concerto. And, it's just interesting because, of course, with the Hindemith, he was a 20th century composer, wrote a lot of wonderful works, Matis der Mahler being one of them. And, this piece is basically based on various scenes and themes from the opera Matis der Mahler. And so it's a very fascinating piece just because, he really constructed a wonderful first symphony. And he actually wrote the symphony before he wrote the opera. Before the opera was completed, he made this suite for Furtwängler to do with the Berlin Philharmonic. And, it's very much part of the standard repertoire, even though it hasn't been done for quite a while here in Pittsburgh. For me, it's just a wonderful piece. It's kind of the structure and the arc of it is almost operatic, I would say. And then we opened the concert, of course, with a great piece from Brahms, the Tragic Overture. And it's funny because with this piece, one would think it's a programmatic piece like the Strauss tone poems, but it's actually not programmatic per se. I think it's more that the title is supposed to evoke emotions.
Then we get the Tchaikovsky Violin Concerto, and Nicola Benedetti is sensational. She's very hot on the scene right now. She's had a couple of terrific recordings out there. And you mentioned this is a popular piece that everybody knows and loves.
It's a popular piece that everyone knows and loves, and it sets a big and massive work that really highlights the violin soloist in such a strong and magnificent way. And so I thought it was a good way to actually end the program. Since, we have such a great soloist here this weekend, I thought it could be interesting to kind of change it up a little bit and have the soloist end the concert.
You've heard the Pittsburgh Symphony in rehearsal now. Did you know of them from recordings? Did you ever have a chance to hear them before?
I had the chance to hear them before. Actually, I heard them on their European tour. I live in Aachen, Germany, which is about an hour west of Cologne. And I actually went to the concert that they did at the Kölner Philharmonie. I think that was back in October or November, and it was great to hear the orchestra there. I mean, it was an amazing concert. I believe they did the Sibelius Violin Concerto, and they also did the Dvorak New World Symphony, and I was just completely amazed at how amazing the concert was, and it seemed like the audience really liked it as well. So so I'm sure that the tour must have been a great success because that concert was certainly hot. It was really great.
And having just come from rehearsal a moment ago, now any further impressions? You've been guest conducting all over the place. You've done opera. You have your orchestra in Aachen. What kind of character do you get from the Pittsburgh Symphony?
Well, it's interesting because they are very much, in this Germanic tradition. And so, what's interesting is to do these two pieces, Brahms and Hindemith, which are, two actually completely different composers, two completely different styles. And just to see how quickly they're able to change styles and how sensitive the musicians are. And I would say it was a good first rehearsal, and I'm looking forward to the rest.